All right, you guys, welcome back. Law of Fragrances today. So today I want to talk to you guys about a house, well, that you guys know of, but if you're not aware of it, and maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but I'll tell you a little bit. So most designer brands like Dior, you have Saint Laurent, Chanel, Versace, Mont Blanc now even, they have private lines, or Privee as they like to call it. Now, the difference is, if you're wondering, first of all, of course, the price difference is a big difference there, as you'll see in the when you compare it to what the offerings that they offer just to everybody at the mall, and then these private line offerings. The other thing is, they go a little bit different. They do something unique. They don't just do the same recycled crap that they do with the offerings that you see at Macy's and Dillard's and stuff. So today I want to talk to you guys about Dior. Now, Dior's private line, very popular, very expensive, but some really great scents. So there's 5 that I've tried I kind of want to talk to you about. Now again, like I said, I don't know if you could find these everywhere. You might have to get decants and stuff because, like I say, I know as you walk into Sephora and stuff, you could smell Dior. These aren't going to be there. So maybe it'll give you guys an idea and a chance to smell some of these designer brands, niche quality offerings. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so from the 5 that I tried, I thought this one was going to be my favorite one. It actually ended up being my least favorite one. It is Leather Oud. Now, I feel like it's discontinued now. What the odd thing is, I love leather. I love oud. I think the downside for me was there's an added smoky element that was too intense. And I'm very iffy with smoky type of scents. There's some that wow me, and I think it's just done right. And in this case, it just didn't work for me. I get what they were trying to do, and I appreciate the quality of it. And it is a very, very strong fragrance. I remember I just did like a couple sprays, and my wife was like, "What?" From like from a far distance, was like, "What the hell did you just spray? I don't like this." So I'll give it a 3-4 rating. Like I said, I appreciate it. I see where they were going. If they would have taken it out the smoke or toned it down, I think I probably would have given this a 5, but on my skin, just way too smoky. So that is a Leather Oud. The next one I'm going to talk about, I feel like a couple years ago, it was like the talk of the town, especially from Dior's private line. Now I don't hear it being talked about really, and I don't know if it's been discontinued. I think it's a little bit overrated. It's Fève Delicieuses. I guess that's Delicieuses. I don't know. Who knows how they try to pronounce it, but whatever. That's the way I got it. So it's Fève Delicieuses. So you guys, this is going to be very sweet, has gourmand notes in there. This is a fragrance to me that is more for evening wear in the cooler weather because it is kind of sickly sweet, if you ask me. While I do appreciate the quality of it, not that... it smells great. It does smell very nice. I'm not going to say that it doesn't. I just think for the hype that it was getting, and people are like, oh my God, it's worth the $400 price tag. Absolutely not. For me, this is probably a $100 fragrance. I think these fragrances are all overpriced, but what I'm saying is, like, for some where I would dish out the money and say, yeah, for $400, I could consider this. For this one, definitely not. So, Fève Delicieuses, I'd probably give it a 3.5. So, that would be the rating for this one. The next one I'm going to talk to you guys about today, actually, this is the one I feel like that's getting the hype today. And it is rightfully so. It is Toba Color. Now, a lot of people were asking me to try this. A lot of people were asking me, thanks to Clemente, who gifted me this decant so I could check it out. I'll let you guys know. It has fruity notes in here. What I really like is the plum note. You can definitely smell that. You definitely get the honey in there. And you get some smokiness, but it's kind of sweet. Kind of reminds me of hookah. Kind of like hookah. If you guys know hookah, kind of reminds me of that. And like I said, you obviously get the tobacco because of the hookah. Now, there's just something in the first half hour that bugs me. I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you why it was. But after that half hour, it smooths out and it's stunning. But because of that, I will give it a 4.5 full rating. Beautiful scent, gorgeous. Another one you can wear fall and winter during the evening time. It is strong. It lasts very long as well. This is going to be probably a 12+ hour. At least that's what I did on my skin. I think it's worth checking out. If you love that hookah vibe, and like I said, with the plum, and if you love plum, definitely worth checking out. Like I said, maybe you won't get that first reaction in the first half hour that I had, but like I said, after that, in the deeper dry down, absolutely stunning. So that is Taupe Color from the Dior Private line. The next one that I really, really enjoyed was Oud Isefan. Now, it might be, you probably, after I tell you the notes, you'll probably understand why I do enjoy this. Has the rose, has the oud. I feel like I do get a little bit of spice in there as well. But it's this is the oud, guys, like I said, it's not heavy. It's very well blended. Because like I know oud can put off some people. In this case, I don't think it will. This is perfect for fall and winter. Evening time, I think, when you're dressed up, because it is a very classy scent. Performance was great as well. Over 8 hours, and this gets a 5 rating. I really enjoy this. I do, like I said, I know rose and oud is very played out nowadays, but when it's well blended, it's well blended, and in this case, that's what it is. So that was Oud Isefan from Dior. All right, and the last one I'm gonna talk to you guys about, my favorite one from the 5 that I've tried. This is Ambre Nuit. Now, I love amber, and if you love amber, you will definitely love this. I think, in the beginning, I do get a little bit of freshness, I have to say. I think there is something in there that makes it a little bit fresh, but then you really, just a little bit, you get that amber, you get some hints of rose in there. Stunning fragrance, dressed up, fall, winter, and spring during evening time. Now, what I will say is, this is probably the weakest performer out of the 5, but it's the scent that I enjoy the most, and not everything has to be beast mode, guys. But you still get over 8+ hours. It just sits closer to your skin. So I think it's great for a date night. Very luxurious and very high quality. Like I said, this gets a 5 rating. So for you amber lovers out there, and I know a lot of people know that I love amber, so that's why Clemente also sent me this one, because he knows he wanted to get my thoughts on it. Now, I don't love it more than Grand Soir, but it's still fantastic nonetheless. So guys, again, this is where Dior gets a little bit different, gets a little bit more creative than what you see at Macy's. So I think these are worth checking out. I think a couple of them might be discontinued. I know the leather oud one is. I'm not sure about Fève Délicieuse because I don't really see it as much. But the other 3 are available to check out. I think it's worth checking out. So guys, there you go. I'll try to get you guys some other private lines like YSL. Montblanc has a new one. I'm curious about that. So stay tuned as always, because I'm always trying to give you guys some new stuff to check out. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell. Let you know when the next Law Fragrances video is dropping. Ciao,